Look down at your feet right now. If you see shiny skin, hair loss on your toes, or a pale, wax-like color, your vascular age might be 20 years older than your actual age. Don't ignore this. We are going to test it right now. Hello, Senior Flow family. Thank you for coming back to take care of your health with me today. In our last video, we talked about why your feet get cold. I read through your comments, and one really stuck with me. A viewer wrote, "I sleep with 3 heavy blankets, but my feet still feel like blocks of ice." I hear you, and I understand. It's not just uncomfortable, it's that nagging worry that your body is slowing down. That you're feeling more frail than you used to. But folks, in rehabilitation medicine, we have a saying, you are only as old as your arteries. I've seen 70-year-olds with the blood flow of a 40-year-old. And unfortunately, I've seen the opposite too. Today, I'm not going to give you an exercise just yet. For the next 14 minutes, I want you to be your own doctor. We are going to perform a vascular age check right from the chair you are sitting in. Before we look at your feet, let me explain why this happens in the simplest way possible. Imagine your body's blood vessels are like the plumbing system of a house that was built 60 or 70 years ago. Over decades, those pipes can get a little rusty, or build up gunk on the inside walls. In medicine, we call this plaque. As the pipe gets narrower, the water, your blood, carrying oxygen and nutrients, can't rush down to the basement of your body with the same pressure it used to. And when the basement, your feet, doesn't get that fresh water, it dries out. That is exactly why your feet feel cold, why the skin gets dry, and why your toenails might become brittle. You need to know a hard truth. According to the CDC, up to 20% of people over the age of 60 have peripheral artery disease, or PAD, and many don't even know they have it. So, this test isn't just for fun, it could genuinely save your feet. Step 1. The color check. I want you to sit somewhere with good light. Natural sunlight is best. Take off your socks and place both feet flat on the floor. Look closely at your feet and your lower legs. Sign number 1. Pale or white skin. If your feet look significantly paler than the skin on your thighs or your arms, that is a sign the blood isn't making the trip down. Think of it like a plant that hasn't been watered, it loses its color. Sign number 2. Rusty brown stains. This is very common in seniors, but often ignored. Do you see little brown spots, or reddish-brown patches around your ankles? Many people think these are just age spots. They are not. This is called hemosiderin staining. Let's go back to our plumbing analogy. When the valves in your veins get weak, blood pools down there, the pressure builds up and actually leaks iron from your blood cells out into the skin, causing that rust color. If you see this, your veins are asking for help. Sign number 3. Blue or purple. If your toes turn dark purple or blue when your feet are down on the floor, but turn pale white when you lift them up, this is a classic sign of poor circulation. Your tissues are literally starving for oxygen. Stop for 3 seconds. There is a dangerous mistake I see many seniors make when they see their feet are cold or discolored. They grab a bottle of hot oil and rub their legs vigorously. Or they plunge their feet into scalding hot water. Please, do not do this. When your circulation is poor, your nerves may not feel heat correctly. This is called neuropathy. You could burn yourself without even feeling it. Furthermore, massaging varicose veins or compromised legs too hard can actually damage the fragile vessels or dislodge a clot. Be gentle. Treat your feet like fragile porcelain, not like tough old leather. Now that we've checked the color, we move to the most critical test, the temperature check. But you can't just touch your foot any old way. There is a specific medical technique to do it right. Now, let's test the temperature. But wait, don't use your palm. Why? Because the skin on your palms is thick. You've used your hands to work hard your whole life, so they aren't very sensitive to subtle temperature changes. Instead, I want you to use the back of your fingers. This area is your body's built-in, high-precision thermometer. The gradient test. We are going to trace the path of the blood. Do this with me. 5. First, touch your knee with the back of your fingers. It should feel warm. 6. Now, Slowly slide your hand down to your shin. 7. Continue down to your ankle. 8. Finally, touch your toes. It is normal for your toes to be slightly cooler than your knees. However, if you feel a sudden drop, like you just crossed a line from warm to ice cold, somewhere around your calf or ankle, that is a red flag. In medicine, we call this a temperature demarcation. It tells us exactly where the roadblock is. If the traffic stops at the ankle, the blockage is likely just above it. Clinical studies suggest that a temperature difference of just 3 to 4 degrees Fahrenheit between your 2 feet, or between your knee and your foot, is a significant indicator of vascular issues. Your hands can feel this difference. Trust them. Now, we arrive at the most important part of this video, the capillary refill test. Paramedics and doctors use this every single day to see if a patient is getting enough blood flow. And you can do it right now in your living room. Here is the challenge. I want you to find the tip of your big toe, or the fleshy pad under the toe. I want you to squeeze it firmly between your thumb and index finger. Squeeze it hard enough to push the blood out, so the skin turns white or pale. Hold it. Hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let go immediately and watch the color return. I will count for you. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. Did the pink color come back instantly before I finished saying 2 Mississippi? If yes, congratulations. Your small blood vessels, capillaries, are elastic and healthy. Did it take 3, 4, or even 5 seconds for the pink color to return? Did it stay white for a long time? This is what we call delayed capillary refill. It means the pressure in your pipes is too low to refill the tissue quickly. This is a very strong sign of peripheral artery disease, PAD, or dehydration. A quick warning before we move on. If your room is freezing cold right now, maybe it's winter and the heater isn't on, this test might be a little slower naturally. Don't panic. Rub your hands together to warm them up. Gently warm your feet, not hot water. Remember? And try again? Also, never press deeply on a toe that has a sore, a cut, or an ulcer. You do not want to disturb a healing wound. If you have a sore, skip that toe and test the next one. So, we've checked the color, the temperature, and the refill speed, but there is one more hidden sign, a sensation that many of you confuse with just getting old. It happens when you walk, and it stops when you rest. It's the loudest warning sign your legs can give you, and we need to test for it next. The final test isn't something you look at, it's something you feel. In medicine, we call it intermittent claudication. That's a fancy word, but I like to call it the shopping aisle syndrome. Here is the scenario. You are walking through the grocery store. You feel a cramp, a tightness, or a heaviness in your calf muscle. Not a sharp pain like a needle, but a dull ache, like your muscle is exhausted. You stop to look at a can of soup for a minute or two. The pain goes away. You start walking again. The pain comes back. This is the most critical warning sign. It means your muscles are screaming for oxygen. When you rest, the trickle of blood is enough. But when you walk, the demand goes up, and your rusty pipes just can't keep up. If you have this, please, write it down and mention it to your doctor. It is the classic signature of blocked arteries. I know this might feel scary. Maybe you did the color check and saw pale skin. Maybe you did the refill test and it took 4 seconds. Maybe your calves ache when you walk to the mailbox. You might be thinking, is it too late for me? Am I just going to lose my mobility? Absolutely not. Remember what I said at the start? You are only as old as your arteries. And the amazing news about the human body is that it is adaptable. Even at 70 or 80 years old, you can improve your circulation. You can encourage collateral circulation. That's where your body literally grows tiny new pathways to bypass the blockages. I want to make a pact with you right now. If you are ready to fight for your mobility, I want you to go to the comments section and type, "I love my legs." It sounds silly, I know, but writing it down is a promise to yourself. It tells your brain that you are done ignoring the problem and ready to fix it. Type it now. I love my legs. While you are typing that, let me give you the first tool to fix this. Many of you tell me, I don't have time for 30 minutes of gym exercises. Good news, you don't need the gym. You need micro movements. The calf muscle is known as your second heart. Every time it contracts, it pumps blood back up to your lungs. Here is the kitchen counter pump. Every time you stand at the sink to wash a dish, or wait for the microwave to beep, I want you to do this. 4. Lift your heels off the ground. 5. Hold for 1 second. 6. Lower them slowly. Do this 10 times. That's it. You just pumped fresh blood through your entire lower body without setting aside any exercise time. But there is a specific way to squeeze your toes while sitting watching TV that can double the blood flow speed. It's a technique used by pilots to prevent clots during long flights. I'm going to teach you that exact technique in the next video, along with a full 5-minute routine. Let's quickly recap what we discovered today. We learned to listen to the whispers of our arteries. 5. Color. We looked for pallor or rusty stains. 6. Temperature. We used the back of our hands to find that cold drop off. 7. Refill. We did the 2-second test on the big toe. 8. Sensation. We identified that dull ache when walking. If you failed one or more of these tests, do not panic, but also, do not ignore it. This is your body's check engine light. It is telling you to schedule a visit with your doctor. A simple test called the ABI, ankle brachial index, can give you a definitive answer in 10 minutes at the clinic. Now, I promised you a solution. In our next video, I am going to share a secret used by fighter pilots and long-haul travelers. When they are stuck in a cockpit for hours, unable to move, how do they stop their blood from clotting? How do they keep their legs from swelling up like balloons? There is a specific sequence of muscle contractions, a hidden code, that you can do while sitting right there on your sofa. It forces blood to shoot back up to your heart, almost like magic. I call it the sofa circulation protocol. You do not want to miss that video. It will change the way you watch TV forever. To make sure you get that video the moment I upload it, please click the subscribe button below and hit that little bell icon. YouTube is like a giant library. If you don't save your spot, you might never find this channel again. And remember our pact? I want to see thousands of comments saying, "I love my legs," below. I will be down there reading them and hearting the ones who are truly committed to their health. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. Remember, motion is lotion, movement is medicine, and you are stronger than you think. I'm Senior Flo, wishing you warm feet and a happy heart. See you in the next video.